Hello everybody and welcome back to the ultimate base where we play vanilla Minecraft in creative with the goal to create a base that has a bunch of farms inside. So this is all about redstone engineering. We are not taking any tutorials to build the stuff, we want to develop stuff here. So last time, which is already quite some time ago, we built this witch farm here and it already, not already, but still works like a charm. If we just activate it, step away from it and watch it, you can see the witches are spawning and dropping down and we get all the mobs from it, which we currently burn in lava. I added a little thing to this which wasn't there last time, which is this torch tower that just goes up to the top and activates those two pistons here. Once the farm gets turned off, we don't want any witches to spawn, so we just let light shine into this. And today we can do some changes to this because we are currently in 1.9 and that means that we can remove a lot of the half slabs because mobs can't spawn on redstone anymore, and that means we can tidy this farm up a lot. It will look much nicer and like this will look also cleaner, and I think that this is a great addition to the game, that you don't have to half slab your redstone anymore if you're doing something like this. Because just take a look at how this looks now with all the slabs removed here, much cleaner on the sides, and we can do that all the way down except for this place because there's no block currently. But once we've got those all removed, the farm will still be working. There won't be any mobs spawning inside the redstone, and we can take a look at the farm then. I mean, you can see a before and after effect. Just this one, and just a few over here, which were here to stop the spiders from spawning. And I think now we've got them all. If not, I will remove them later if I see them, but this looks so much cleaner. And if we activate it again, there's one more, and we need one here. So this was not at the right height. It needs to be at this height, so there can't be spawning something on the piston. But yeah, that is the witch farm project that we did last time, and what I want to do today is actually go over to the other side and build something over here. It is not a rabbit farm. I don't know where this rabbit comes from, but it is swimming here in the future mob farm that I want to build. I have an idea of something that I had in mind a long time ago, using slime blocks for a mob farm, but not like in the witch farm when the slime blocks push the mobs. The slime blocks are actually the blocks where the mobs should spawn on. And this might work or it might not. In any case, we'll get a nice episode and try out something that you don't see too often. So I will start by copying what we've got over here with the drop chute over to this side, so we can then build the mob farm right here at the surface of the water. I need to apologize now because the next following clips will be in potato quality. The issue is that my PC decided to not tell me that it can't record, but the good news is that I was live streaming at the time. So I've got footage that is not in quite as good quality and has some music in the background, but therefore I can show you still what I did for the farm, what my ideas were, and I decided that it's better to show you the potato quality clips instead of just skipping to the end result. Some progress has been done now. We've got the hole here that is equivalent to the one on the other side, and with this we can now start building up a little bit of a mob farm. I don't want to make it too wide, just maybe even the one column going up. Maybe we'll do 3, I'm not too sure, we'll see. And even, I don't know if this will be working. The idea for this is that we've got those pistons here and the slime blocks. Mobs will spawn on the slime blocks, and as soon as they do, they should trigger a tripwire, which will then retract the piston and they will fall down. That's the idea of this farm. That's the idea that I'm going for here. So I want to see how I can get this done. There will be a tripwire that will extend from over here all the way over to the other side. So to over here. And then I will put string in between those two and connect it to the piston. So we need something like a redstone torch. Maybe we can even make it a falling edge detector, like because we can grab another signal from here. Okay, let me quickly try this right here. So redstone. And then I just need to finish the tripwire, but I can do that by putting another tripwire hook here and do the string then in a little bit once I'm done with the recording of this clip. Okay, let's take a look at... Whoops. This is butt powering. I don't know if that's good or if it isn't. Let's see. We step in here. We get a short pulse and we can make this a little longer. And like this we get like... Oh, it's a raising edge now. That we get to the piston, and that will already trigger the whole thing. So all we need is to extend this over and put it to all 4 pistons, and then this should be almost complete for this floor. Then we need to take a look into like spiders and stuff like that, but I will build this up real quick and have a look then what we need to do about it. So we made quite some progress. As you can see, the farm goes up quite a bit now with a nice big roof on top, so it's all dark. But there's some issues with the current design that we have here, which is that mobs can get stuck inside. So what we've got going here is if something steps into a tripwire or spawns inside, it will retract the piston for just 2 ticks, and like this the mobs get pushed off. The only issue is if a mob gets stuck in here, it will just keep the piston extended because it's just an edge detector. So this isn't working quite well, and instead I want to try now to go for something like what you can see here. I don't know why this is pulsing all the time. I really don't know what is activating this tripwire here, but for some reason it is activated by something. That's interesting. I don't know what it is. That is strange. Might be a bug or something. So apparently one of the strings was kind of glitched out and activated the tripwire by default. So I destroyed the complete clock to try to find it, and now I can't show you the clock anymore. But what we're going to do is basically set up a clock to this, which will pulse the piston, and I will quickly put it now on each of the layers and each of the corners so we can see this. We were considering also putting hoppers here instead, but that would mean 8 hoppers per layer, and that seems quite expensive for survival, and that's why I want to do it with comparators instead. And that brings us to the farm, how it is set up now. As you can see, we duplicated it 3 times, so there's now 3 times the same farm. If you're wondering why there are slime blocks missing down here, I have no idea why I can't place anything here. It's a glitch from copying it over in 1.9. I don't know what it is, but there's some invisible blocks. But since it's only the bottom row here, I don't bother too much. But this now has quite a lot of potential spawn spaces. As you can see here, this is the clock with the comparator setup with the redstone torch. And the cool thing about this is that is only 2 wide, so we can put the pistons here right next to each other because the redstone won't intersect. And I am quite sure that you want to see this in action now. So let me quickly put the difficulty to 3. And then we can see how many mobs are raining down over there. I think it is quite crazy. I wasn't expecting that good rates for this farm because it is just the 1 row of slime blocks always, and pack spawning might not be a thing in this, but I think it's just the speed of which the mobs fall down and die which makes this farm extremely fast. And the cool thing about this is that you don't need a lot of resources. I mean, the only thing that you really need for this is slime blocks. Then you need a few pistons, a little bit of redstone, a little bit of quartz for the comparators, and that's basically it. You have always 12 or 11, depending on which side you're looking at, spawning spaces just with 2 pistons, 2 repeaters, 2 comparators, 2 redstone torches. I think that is fairly cheap for a mob farm, and I think it also looks quite nice. If you were wondering, I haven't mentioned that before, why there are leaves here every 3rd block. That is because we don't want spiders to spawn here, so we block that with the leaf blocks. And down here we have created a little bit of a hopper floor, which is not perfect. As you can see, some items didn't get caught by the water stream, but the mobs will drop down here, the items will get picked up by hoppers, it will get put into the droppers and then get pushed over into lava. So this needs a little bit of a redesign, but that's not what the farm is all about. The farm you can see up here, and I am pretty happy. How did the creeper escape? I have no clue. With how this turned out. You can let me know now what you think about this farm concept, because I think it's something you haven't seen a lot so far. And I just noticed we were looking at the rates of the farm with the Guardian farm even turned on. So let me also turn on the Witch farm maybe, so we can see all 3 farms together. And if this is all running, how is the lag when turning on the Witch farm? You can see witches are still spawning. It might not be as many, but because we're killing those here so quickly, they are. And what about guardians? Yeah, we're also creating a decent amount of guardians there. And the mob farm is running. The witch farm is running. So this is really, really cool. What are you doing here? So yeah, this is the ultimate base so far. Let me also know what I should build in the next episode here, because we could build something over here, which I'm not too sure what we should build. I don't know if we have anything else which involves mobs and needs to be close to us, because if we don't, we can just build somewhere outside, like iron farms could just go somewhere on the border. But I think that that's going to conclude it for this episode. What's wrong with the slime block in my hand? Some rendering issues. But yeah, this is the mob farm that we did today. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, then feel free to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and share this video with your friends. And I hope then to see you in the next video. Until then, have a great day.